Hello everyone. Today I got kind of a special treat for you. Coming to you from the saddle of a 2020 Indian Chieftain Limited with the 116. They were so gracious to let us ride these things over at Eagle Rock Indian Motorcycle. The demo van is there, so I just decided I better take a half a day off work and go check these things out. One thing I noticed right off the bat was the ride modes. This was in sport mode, which is a little too twitchy for the kind of riding I do. Just not comfortable riding in the street on that, so I'm changing that out, and we're gonna see what we can do here. Let's see, we're gonna try putting it in regular or standard mode, I guess, and it's still a little twitchier than I like, and plus I'd like to do the test ride in what I usually ride in, which is tour. So we got it into tour now, and we're just gonna ride it around here and check it out. One thing I did notice right off the bat with this seat, I'm sitting just a little bit farther back than I do on my Springfield, so I have a little bit more leg room. And you know, it's comfortable that way, no doubt. You know, more leg room's not a bad thing. So if you would just look up there at that fountain. That's a pretty cool deal we have here in Idaho Falls. It's got a couple eagles on it, and in the wintertime that ices up, and it's quite a beautiful piece there. Anyway, we'll just continue on here, and we'll make our way out onto some country roads. So we're kind of heading out into kind of a farm slash business area where the roads are pretty vacant, so it's pretty good. You got out here, you don't have to worry too much about traffic. It's got a few turns in it. One thing I did notice right off the bat too was the steering is just a little bit heavier in the Springfield, and I'm not sure if it's the fairing and the weight of that, or the different rake, or the tires that this has, you know, might make it feel a little different. It's definitely not a bad handling bike. It turns really well. It's just not quite as light feeling as the Springfield steering is. Later on in that ride, we'll be coming back on the freeway right there, so we'll be able to get her up to freeway speeds and see how it rides down the freeway. Got a couple more little sweeping turns here through some old farmhouses, and we'll make our way on over closer to the freeway. I did get on it just a little bit here coming out of these corners, and I noticed that the power really started coming on real hard at about 2800, and it pulls hard. It's amazing that they were able to get that much more horsepower out of 5 cubic inches of motor, but it definitely has quite a bit better punch in the mid-range than the 111 does. Not that the 111's a pig or nothing, but you can definitely feel the difference in it. They've obviously refined this motor a little bit, put a little more cubic inches into it, refined the fuel injection on it and stuff to find a little more horsepower in it. It's definitely there. I don't think I would be trading my Springfield in anytime soon to just get that little bit of extra horsepower, but if that's what you're after, this might be the bike for you. As we cruise on down this little country road here, it's not the smoothest piece in the world. It's pretty bumpy, but as usual, Indian has done their homework on the suspensions. I don't think they really changed anything, but they do handle the bumps really well and make everything really comfortable. Well, we're about to get on the freeway here, and this is always a good place to test the acceleration of a bike, so let's see what it'll do. Pay attention to the engine note that this thing puts out when you really get on it. It's definitely got a good throaty sound to it when you really open the throttle up, man. It's pretty neat. You can hear that intake going, and it's pulling hard. That thing pulls extremely hard between 3,000 and 4,000. Gets you right up to 80 miles an hour, no problem at all. Here I'm kind of tinkering with the windshield, checking out the wind noise. One thing I did notice with the windshield down, the helmet buffeting was quite a bit less, but the wind noise was way higher. And as you put the windshield up, as you can probably hear through the microphone on the camera there, the wind noise goes away, but the helmet buffeting gets just a little bit worse. It's not bad by any means, but it's there. So that's something that you know, you might have to deal with, or might try to find a way around. Right here I'll put in a couple pictures of the display there and some of the different screens you can get, and I'll also put a picture in of what comes on this bike and the cost of it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the test ride of the 2020 Indian Chieftain with the 116 motor in it. If you have any questions about the bike that I didn't cover here in the video, please put them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer them. And if you're looking for a new bike and you like this style with the full fairing and all the electronics and the bags, I don't think you can go wrong with this bike. And I'd also like to thank Indian Motorcycles and Eagle Rock Indian here in Idaho Falls for bringing the demo trailer in so we could ride these bikes. And also like to thank the Idaho Star instructors. That guy there in the safety vest is one of their instructors, and what they do is they teach all the motorcycle safety here in Idaho. So I'd like to thank them for taking time out of their day to come and parade us around on the Indians. And as we pull in here, there's a big white semi, and they're unloading new Indians right out of the back of it right now that some lucky person will get to take home with them someday. So thanks for coming along on the test ride, and if you would check back next week. I'll be test riding a FTR 1200. So if you like the video, please give it a like. If you'd like to see more videos, please hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching, and take care.